Yeah. Fuck this whole goddamn administration, dude. I just got my healthcare taken away from me. I'm a 100% disabled veteran. I got a partial part of my fucking healthcare taken away from me because of fucking Donald Trump and his goddamn cronies. Thank you. Thank you so goddamn much. Thank you. I'm gonna be in fucking pain for weeks again because I can't get the goddamn healthcare that I need. They took away my fucking healthcare. Are you listening yet? They don't give a fuck about American people. They don't give a shit about veterans. They took my fucking healthcare. I'm a 100% disabled veteran and they took my goddamn chiropractor, you guys. The only thing that gives me relief for my broken back. The only thing that gives me relief. They took it away from me. They say I live too close and now community care is no longer available to me. Even though the VA is so understaffed, they cannot get people in when it's actually necessary. They can't get people in because they're so understaffed. Thank you. Thank you so fucking much for voting for this shit. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you have fucking veterans in your family that shame on you. Shame on the MAGA people. Shame on this goddamn regime. Are you fucking serious? I can't get my goddamn healthcare, but billionaires can get more fucking tax breaks? Awesome! That's fucking awesome!
They cut our Medicaid, we would lose every hospital in our rural area, and then none of us would have health care. Not just the people on Medicaid, the people who have private insurance and Medicare. I'm a pharmacist. We took an oath to take care of people. We didn't say, no, only the rich ones.
In states that don't have right-to-work laws, the average pay is over $8,000 higher. The main thing that would help coal miners is to pass that PRO Act and repeal the right-to-work to where they could have a union, and that would solve all their problems.
That was what I had to do, go to the emergency room and pay the bill somehow, some way.
Wait, how do you have health insurance?
How do I have health insurance? Yeah. I pay for it.
So is it through your employer?
Through the state. I'm also on Medicare.
The Trump administration wants to defund it. Yes.
Right. I don't believe it. There's no evidence of that.
Well, he did it already. The big beautiful bill defunds Medicare.
Oh, really? That's why I'm still on Medicare.
Yeah. It's gonna defund it after the midterms.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see when that happens. Because I'm still paying for the service. It's not free.
I'm aware. I mean, but
they
yeah.
take it out of your Social Security check.
I want you to get Medicare. I want people to get Medicaid. I want you to be able to live in dignity for the rest of your life. And the Trump administration is actively trying to defund the things that you need to live.
I don't believe that.
And it's going to kick in after the midterms.
I don't buy that, and we'll see what happens. You're looking into the crystal ball. I'm going
to put like a little blurb right here showing what the big beautiful bill defunds. Basically, it's going to go right here.
Right.
So
you can prove that I'm ignorant, but that's okay.
Go right there.
I don't believe you. I don't buy it. I know you're a left-wing liberal, and a lot of things you say are kind of like slanted.
How about this? We see each other at MAGA events repeatedly. Right. Can you make a commitment that you're going to look that up?
I certainly will.
Once you've looked that up, you can come back to me the next time you see me.
Yes.
And you can say, hey, I looked it up. Let's go over the nuances of that, right? And then we can have a proper discussion on that.
All right.
Thank you.
Walter, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Hi, guys. My name is Kelvin, and you're welcome back to the channel. Look into this camera right now. I need you to sit with what you're about to hear, because some of y'all finally met the consequences you voted for, and you're not okay. A 100% disabled veteran is on camera screaming that he can't get the chiropractic care he needs for a broken back anymore. The VA is understaffed. Community care got cut because he lives too close, and he's blaming the very people who cheered for this. He's wishing the same pain on the families of the people who put this in motion. A rural pharmacist is warning that when Medicaid gets gutted, hospitals close. Not just for those people, for everybody. Your private insurance, your Medicare, your cash-paying neighbor, the ER that has to take you under EMTALA. That safety net starts disappearing when the funding dries up. Seniors are looking at higher Part D premiums. Nursing homes are staring at funding cliffs. Disabled folks are watching fraud and waste rhetoric turn into actual coverage losses. And able-bodied people who said, If you can work, are suddenly realizing anybody is one brain tumor, one car accident, one heart attack, away from needing the same system they wanted to burn down. This is not abstract policy. This is white, rural, middle-class America, discovering in real time that it is one of the biggest recipients of the programs it spent years calling welfare for other people. Y'all called them the biggest welfare queens. Now the mirror is up. And some of you are panicking. I told you. Project 2025 told you. The bill text told you. The CBO scores told you. You just didn't believe it would reach you. Welcome to the part where it does.
My husband and I decided we were done with insurance, health insurance, so we just opted out. And our premium was going to go up $500 a month for a family of 4. But anyway, we're like, screw this, we'll just pay cash. I just had a mammogram, and what they charge your insurance, I got a letter that was like, oh, your estimated cost is $800. And I'm like, you know, cheaper than what we were paying for our monthly premium, so I'll deal with it. And I get in here and they were like, oh, this is what the cost of a mammogram is, $1,500, but since you're no insurance, we are charging you $95, but since you're paying cash, you are only charged $75. And I'm just like, insurance is a scam. It's a scam. Same thing with my, with insurance, my primary care physician, I would get a bill and I would end up having to pay $175 for every visit that's with insurance. So I'm paying my monthly premium. And then as a cash patient, it's $95. I'm so sick of American healthcare. All these idiots that want to focus on immigrants and trans people and all this bullshit while they're robbing us blind. Like, this is what you should be storming capitals for, because what the hell?
So you were telling me that people are unaware, they're unaware that the whole reason why hospitals are not allowed to turn you away in an emergency situation, regardless of your ability to pay, is because of the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act, which states that hospitals who receive Medicare funding are not allowed to turn you away. And they are proposing to cut back on Medicare and Medicaid. Talk to a caseworker. There are no ineligible people who are receiving it. The only people who are receiving it are eligible because there is a vetting process. All these people that they say are illegally getting it, it's not happening. The point is to start the process to get rid of it entirely. And if we get rid of the only guaranteed payment for medical care in this country and we leave it all to our pockets with no support, guess what's going to happen to you? You are going to lose out on care because hospitals are going to close who depend on that funding. We don't have enough money to pay the bills that they decided were fair, which I'm sorry, I just had a life-saving surgery and I owe $3,000. If I don't pay $55 fucking dollars that I don't have to my primary care physician, they can decide to no longer treat me, and they will. And I've got to start all over again somewhere else. You all think that you're safe because, it's been that way because we fought to get it that way, and they're reversing it. You all have been so fucking pampered that you don't understand what we had to fight for to get you. Oh, but everyone dies. Bitch, apparently not fucking politicians.
Whenever the government cuts Medicare or Medicaid, disabled people get kicked off the programs that keep them alive because we are the waste that they are talking about. Our continued survival is something they consider fraud. Even though the federal government says that most overpayments are a result of administrative error or incorrect documentation rather than intentional fraud. Sure, maybe there are some people out there that are committing fraud. But if you are so committed to crackdown that you're okay with disabled people being your collateral damage, that's just eugenics.
Big beautiful bill Medicaid cuts. I'm for it because I'm an able-bodied American citizen right now, I'm headed to work. I work at least 40 hours a week. People need to stop just getting free benefits. If you can go to work, you need to go to work because we're tired of paying for everybody. So Medicaid cuts, we're here for it.
Here's my mother-in-law. She worked 40 hours a week too at the same company for 32 years, and she was union, and then she got brain tumors and she lost her health insurance because if you're not working, you're gonna lose your health insurance, and then Medicaid and Medicare kick in. Every single person is one tragedy away from having to be on Medicaid and Medicare. You're one brain tumor, one car accident, and for you specifically, looking at you, I can tell you're one heart attack away from needing Medicaid and Medicare. Now, I know that you think everybody that's on them is lazy illegals, but guess what? One day, you're gonna need it and you're not gonna have it. And it's not you that's paying everything. It's people like me, the younger generation, that are paying for that for you, for her. Now, thank God that she had successful children that can subsidize her way of life, because Medicare and Medicaid, it don't cover it all. You're going to be in poverty forever, and you're going to lose your house, you're going to lose your home, you're going to lose everything that you ever worked for, and you're going to have to move in with your kids. So I hope that you have fucking rich kids, because you just made that little tiny entitlement that you're going to need fucking smaller. I would like people like you to think of the future. You're going to need it. For you, it's probably going to be a couple years, all right? Because I could tell you've probably been eating butter and fried chicken for the last 20 years.
Oh, shit, you telling me you're not privileged? That's what I'm telling you. Ain't no one fucking privileged except the privileged. So snap out of that fucking white privilege shit. Like, we get something more than you get. You don't get nothing more than you get. People are tired of hearing about it, man. You starting to act like we owe you something. We don't owe you shit. Really, white people, these people, I'm telling you, I don't owe you shit.
Republican voters, how do you feel this morning? Tell me, how do you feel about the choices that you made on November 5th, 2024, right now? How do you feel? The Republicans just passed a spending bill that will decimate Medicaid for the next 10 years and run the national debt up by trillions and trillions of dollars. But white America, this is your choice. These are your people. This is what you wanted. These are your representatives. This is your president. But now, middle America is fixing to feel it. See, y'all are just finding out that there are more of y'all than us that get checks from the government, that are on Medicaid, that get SNAP, that get government assistance. You think you felt it then? You're going to feel it now. This bill is going to decimate a lot of homes, a lot of elderly people. Do you know how much Medicaid spends on elderly people that are in nursing homes, veterans, all of that? $880 billion in cuts to Medicaid alone. Not to mention SNAP. How do you feel about your decision right now?
Hey, well, he's getting rid of Medicaid. And here in this very poor, very red state that I live in, Medicaid is under a program called TennCare. That's our version of Medicaid. And it's 65% federally funded. So when that money's gone, a bunch of you all are going to be dropped from TennCare. I hope they keep kids covered. But the rest of you, you're going to be in my world. Either you're going to have to pay for coverage or you're not going to have insurance. And you just hope you don't get sick. Yep, I've listened to you sing the praises of Trump while getting your TennCare. I've heard you talk about Biden while you got your TennCare. Well, to use one of your all's favorite little sayings, you're getting ready to find out.
I saw this circulating yesterday and I wanted to look into it before I shared it. So here you go. If you are on Medicare or on a fixed income, I just need a couple minutes of your time. I'm actually sick to my stomach after reading up on this bad news. And this is bad news that's going to hit your wallet come January 2027. This is an attack on seniors. The Trump administration announced they're going to cut a Medicare Part D subsidy program. This is absolutely abhorrent. This is devastating for millions of seniors who are on fixed incomes and who are struggling as it is. Experts are saying because of this administration's decision to cut this program, private insurance companies are going to hike up their monthly premiums. They're estimating 45% of our seniors are going to face premium increases in January. And if you've ever struggled a time in your life, trying to make that dollar stretch is between life and death. But I should clear something up so that there's not a mass panic. They're not canceling the overall Medicare Part D. That $2,000 annual out-of-pocket drug cap, it's still there. Your medications will still be covered. It's the monthly premiums that will increase. The subsidy program is what they're cutting. Like I said, this doesn't hit until January of 2027. So if your income is limited, apply for Medicare's Extra Help program right now. When open enrollment hits, go and find the cheapest plan in your area. And I just saw that some states have state pharmaceutical assistance programs that will help pay premiums for you. And just a reminder, Dr. Oz and his team has cut this funding because they've stated that market conditions have stabilized. What? These are our seniors, the people that we're supposed to take care of. What exactly are you guys going to do with that $3.6 billion funding if you're not going to give it to the seniors?
Hey, I just saw a video of a white woman crying, not understanding why in China there are no homeless people. They have free medical. They can afford their lives working under 40 hours a week and still have money for their hobbies. They have a better way of living than we do. We're over here struggling. They don't have to work 3 and 4 jobs. White people, you chose racism. You vote against your best interests. Y'all have wanted to be separated in this country for as long as I can remember. You didn't want us in pools. You didn't want us in bathrooms. You didn't want us in certain luxury buildings. There were so many things that we were not allowed to do, and y'all have made sure y'all kept that divide. We're unfairly imprisoned. Yes, you chose racism. So now you get to see what black people have been telling you for years and years. Just leave us alone. Let us just live our lives. What does it matter to you if we are equal financially? What does it matter to you if we can afford nice things? That hatred is why you have finally came to the understanding that you are in the exact same place. The chickens have come home to roost. We already know what struggle and suffering is. We're going to get through it. Black people will, because we're very strong. But this is a surprise to you, to the point where you're crying. Well, you chose racism. We're not the freest country. We have more freedoms than some countries. But the majority, no, we're not free at all. Americans have it hard. Now you see where we're coming from. Welcome.
I'm about to show y'all something And I want y'all to tell me, rather or not, if this sounds like this is for American people, especially for the elderly. Y'all peep this shit. So, because a lot of y'all have a habit of not believing me when I tell y'all something, maybe if I showed y'all with y'all own eyes, maybe y'all can tell me from then. Pause to read. That's if you can. Yeah, that's exactly what you're thinking. That's exactly what you're thinking. Hold on. There's more. Pause to read. The Trump administration is ending a key health insurance subsidy program that aimed to keep premiums for seniors' prescription drug plans in check, claiming that it benefits corporate insurance companies according to Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Medicare Part D, the government health insurance program's prescription drug benefit, is used by tens of millions of older and disabled beneficiaries. So for those of y'all who are clapping for this shit, make long story short, if you are an American citizen with a disability or the elderly, regardless of whether you are a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, or Green Party, a cat, dog, frog, don't give a fuck, your benefits are cut off. So which means the disabled and the elderly are going to be having to choose between groceries and their prescriptions, rent and their prescriptions. This program was designed to help them pay for that shit. Now they're gonna have to pay out of pocket. Are we great yet?
Okay, I'm going to need my white folks who want to help end racism to step up to the front because we've got some work to do. Before we can eradicate this thing that is so terrible in our country and around the world, we need to understand it. We've got to educate ourselves. And I've been trying to do that. Listen, I buy a lot of crap, a crap load of stuff off the TikTok shop. And I've never made one of these videos, but I'm making one today because you all need to buy this book. Medical Apartheid, The Dark History of Medical Experimentation on Black Americans from Colonial Times to Present. And listen, it is a hard read. It is a hard read. I'm not even finished with it yet, but I have read enough that I am sick to my stomach and I am appalled. I knew that some of this was going on. Like I've heard about the Tuskegee experiments and things like that, but I had no idea. I had no idea. And we cannot expect our Black friends and family to view things the same way that we do, even in the medical profession, when we don't understand what they've experienced. And guys, it's bad. And, really, so you don't have to buy it from me. Go buy it on Amazon. Go buy it somewhere, wherever. But get this book and read it, and because it's important. It's important that we educate ourselves so that we can help make the changes. Go love your neighbor.
Let's stop pretending this is complicated. The big beautiful bill, the 2025 reconciliation package, was never subtle. It was designed to deliver massive tax cuts up top and pay for them with deep cuts to the programs that keep ordinary people alive. Medicaid work and reporting requirements, more frequent eligibility checks, provider tax limits, restrictions that hit rural hospitals and nursing homes hardest. Hundreds of billions over a decade, millions projected to lose coverage. Implementation timed, in some cases, to land after the midterms so the political pain arrives later. You were warned, loudly, repeatedly, in plain language. But a lot of the people who voted for it had a story in their heads. Those benefits mainly go to them. Urban, brown, lazy, immigrant, the undeserving. Meanwhile, the real numbers have always shown that in absolute terms, white Americans, especially in rural and southern states, make up a huge share of Medicaid, SNAP, disability, and Medicare-adjacent supports, long-term care for the elderly, community care for veterans, subsidies that keep rural hospitals open, so the rest of us have somewhere to go when the chest pain starts. So when the cuts start biting, the outrage sounds different. It's not theoretical anymore. It's, my back is broken and they won't cover the chiropractor. It's, my local hospital might close. It's, my mother's nursing home is on the chopping block. It's, my premiums are about to jump and I already can't afford the system. And the response from some of the same people who demanded these cuts? Suddenly the system is a scam. Suddenly cash prices are better. Suddenly culture war fights feel less important than the fact that a mammogram or a specialist visit is becoming impossible. That pivot is the point. This is what happens when you treat government assistance as a moral failing instead of a recognition that modern life is fragile. One medical catastrophe and the, I work hard, I don't need help, identity collapses. The younger workers subsidizing the system become the same people who will one day need it. The disabled and elderly get hit first under fraud language, even though most overpayments are paperwork errors, not scheming. And the veteran who is 100% disabled and furious? He's not an outlier, he's the preview. VA community care was expanded for a reason. The system is already strained. Cutting access and then acting shocked when veterans can't get care is not governance. It's abandonment dressed up as fiscal responsibility. Rural America is going to feel this in the hospital closures and the longer drives for emergency care. Working-class families are going to feel it in the premiums and the coverage gaps. Seniors are going to feel it in the drug costs and the nursing home squeezes. And a lot of the people feeling it first are the same demographic that was told these programs were the problem. The hypocrisy is not subtle. For years, the loudest voices framed these benefits as handouts to the undeserving. Now, the undeserving turn out to include the people who voted for the cuts. The welfare queens rhetoric was always a distraction from the fact that a huge portion of the safety net holds up the exact communities that were told to resent it. You don't get to cheer for the wrecking ball and then act betrayed when it hits your house. The people who ignored the warnings, dismissed Project 2025, waved off the bill text, and treated every critique as liberal hysteria are now the ones posting the panic. That is not a gotcha for its own sake. It is the predictable result of policy that prioritizes tax cuts for the wealthy over the basic stability of the people who keep the country running. And the cruelest part? The pain is not evenly distributed in timing or visibility. Some cuts are structured to land later. Some impacts hit the most vulnerable first. By the time the full weight is felt, the political cycle will have moved on, and the same voices will be looking for the next scapegoat. This was never about efficiency. It was about who gets protected and who gets told to toughen up. Right now, a lot of the people who were told to toughen up are discovering what that actually costs. So, here we are. The bill passed. The cuts are real. The regret is starting to surface in the exact places that were supposed to be insulated by the story they were sold. If you're one of the people waking up to it, the veteran who can't get care, the rural family watching the hospital struggle, the senior staring at higher costs, the disabled person labeled as waste, you were not the target in the campaign ads. You were the collateral, and the rest of us who said this would happen, we're not celebrating, we're documenting. Because the next time someone tries to sell you fraud, waste, and abuse as the reason to gut the programs that keep people alive, remember this moment. Remember the panic. Remember who was actually relying on the system. The mirror doesn't lie. Share this if it hits. Comment if you're living it. And stay loud, because the people who designed this counted on you staying quiet until it was too late. I'll see you in the next one.